Hello and welcome back. For tonight's battle report, we have the Tau Empire versus the Space Marines. Do you know what chapter you're running?
I'm going to keep it White Scars.
White Scars versus Tau again. They're looking for some payback. We are going to have an interesting fight. We are going to have a Knight versus a Storm Surge. And we are running at 2,000 points. So they're going to have lots of support things going on with them. We are doing this game right here. We have the Comet as our objective on open war cards with, focus, there we go, with half battlefield deployment and the twist of the Grudge match. Looks like it's going to be pretty brutal. So we will be back in a moment to show you all the battlefield, and then we're going to do armies on parade, and then we're going to get this party started, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so for tonight's battle, this is going to be our battlefield for today. It's looking, we're on the rusty colored city again. The Marines are hiding over here in the corner, but you know, they're just sitting there. We'll go over them with armies on parade in a minute. But this will be the battlefield we will be fighting on today. A Knight versus with support versus a Storm Surge with support. Who will win? Should be a good fight. But anyway, we'll be back in a minute. We'll show the armies, the Storm Surge, the Knight, and all the fun stuff here in a moment. Okay, so for the Tau, we are running a Vanguard and a Super Heavy Auxiliary. Starting off, we have a Cold Star Commander with twin fusion cannons, target lock, and shield generator. Our Warlord will be the Firesight Marksman with the Puretide Engram Neurochip and through Unity Devastation. Backing him up are two 10-man Fire Warrior squads, and one of them is taking the support turret with smart missile systems just to use up some points. We have two 4-man stealth suit teams with burst cannons and ATS. And then we have two Riptides, both armed with smart missile systems. They're Swift Wind or Swift Strike, burst cannons, and ATS and target lock. And next we have two Hammerheads with railguns and smart missile systems, and the Storm Surge, armed with the pulse driver cannon, the cluster missiles, the smart missiles, two flamers, and the support systems of counterfire defense system, shield generator, and there's another one, I can't remember what the heck it is at the moment. It just went dee. I'll have to look it up. He's got another support system, I just can't remember what it is at the moment. It's kind of gone bye-bye. But this is our Tau for this battle. And I forgot to mention this, the Tau army is running Tau Sept today. So, this is our White Scars army.
Alright, starting off, we've got the commander on bike, captain on bike. He gets a standard loadout, the twin bolters on the bike, mastercrafted bolt gun, chainsword, and grenades. He is my warlord, and his warlord trait is going to be Storm of Fire, my favorite. The White Scars doesn't do too bad, but I don't charge in with him all that often to really make it that much more worthwhile. So, like I said, he's got Storm of Fire for his warlord trait. Next to him is my other HQ, Librarian. He's basically heading up the Outrider, the fast attack detachment, whereas the Biker is my Vanguard detachment. He is outfitted with a Stormbolter and Force Sword. He also has the Mantle of Stormseer, which gives him the +1 to smite tests. Next to him and starting the Vanguard detachment is the Dreadnought. I kind of wanted to give him the assault cannon, but since he's got the multi-melta on him, I went ahead and just outfitted him with the multi-melta and heavy flamer, and of course the Dreadnought close combat weapon. Next to them are 2 separate units of Terminators. Obviously the leader with the Stormbolter and Power Sword. Oh, just dropped my book. And then behind him, they have the assault cannons and power fists. And then the next 3 behind those, they're all the rank and file with Stormbolter and power fists.
Okay.
And that's pretty simple on those. Next is all 6 of those Inceptors are in 1 unit, and they've all just got the standard assault bolters. Behind them, now I know I have in the past run them as Vanguard veterans. I am running them as Assault Marines this time. The 2 that have the pistols most off to the side, those are my bolt guns, and the other 3 have plasma pistols. I mean bolt pistols and plasma pistols. And they all have chain swords.
Alright.
I did not outfit the sergeant with a combat shield. So I don't have that, unfortunately. And then, even though there's a little bit of separation because of the chain sword and plasma gun at those bikes, it is all 1 unit. And it is also, only this one is the sergeant, but I did outfit another one with a chain sword as well. So as far as what you see, those are what they have. Bolt pistols, bolt guns, plasma guns, and chain swords for the riders. And then of course all have the twin bolters on the bikes. Next is the Predator. He's attached to the Vanguard. I have not broken apart the turret yet, but I'm actually running the Predator autocannon now. Like I said, I haven't taken off the las cannons to actually physically put it on. And then, but the 2 las cannons on the sponsors are there, and the Stormbolter. And last but not least is the Imperial Night.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's pretty much as you see him. The Avenger Gatling Cannon with heavy flamer on the bottom. The Thunderstrike Gauntlet. He does have the heavy stubber on his left side by his head. And then the Icarus autocannon on the Carapace weapon.
Alright.
And I believe that is all for him.
Alright.
And that is my...
What is his house?
I haven't actually chosen a house yet. So, I guess I'll say whatever the most common Marine house is.
I don't know. Okay, we'll figure out his house while we're doing deployment and let y'all know in a minute. Because he's got to belong to somebody. He's not just, a knight.
I think I'm using him as a free blade right now.
A free blade? Okay, he's a free blade.
I might actually choose a house later on.
That is a free blade knight. And we'll be back in a minute after deployment. And we'll see how this is going to go. Okay, so for deployment, the Cold Star Commander is hiding in this building right here. We have a unit of stealth suits hiding in that building right there. Hammerhead is sitting in the street right there. This unit of Fire Warriors is held up in that building right there. This unit of Fire Warriors and the Firesight Marksman, the Storm Surge, the other Hammerhead, and that Riptide is sitting in that building right there, are all there. And our little Firesight Marksman Warlord has a nice little screen right there. So he's kind of protected. That Riptide is sitting inside that building right there, so he can get a cover safe. And our last unit of stealth suits is hiding in that building right there. For the Imperium, we have the Dreadnought sitting across from the stealth suits. He thinks he sees something in that building. He's going to go check it out in a minute. The Knight, he is afraid of nothing. He is standing in the middle of the street, staring down the Storm Surge. Dun, dun, dun. He's saying, hey, you look as big as me. Alright. We've got a squad of Terminators hiding in that building right there. We have the Predator sitting at the back of the battlefield. Over here, we have the Bike Squad and the Bike Commander setting up on the street. And then we have all of those guys hiding up in reserve, waiting for something interesting to happen.
Yeah, I'll separate them a little bit.
Yes, the Assault Marines, the Librarian, one squad of Terminators, and the Inceptors are all sitting up in the ship saying, hey, we want to fight too. They'll be here in a minute. So, we are ready. We need to roll off to see who goes first. The Marines won the +1 because they had 10 units and I had 11. So we're gonna roll here, and we're gonna see how this is gonna go. This is gonna be bad. He's gonna get first turn. We tried this fight the other day with actually almost the exact same armies, and first turn, the Knight and the Storm Surge were very badly brutalized. He rolled a 4. I rolled a 3.
Seize.
Can I seize?
I hope not.
I do not with another 3. This dice is in timeout. Okay, so the Knight and the Marines will go first, and we will be back in a moment after Marine movement and possible Psyker phase if the Librarian comes out to say hi this turn. We'll be back in a moment. Okay. So for movement, the bikers have tore down the street. Thus, the Mighty Knight has moved over there. The Dreadnought has moved out of the building and is going to see what is shimmering in that building, and the Predator has moved down to the street. No one has come in from Deep Strike. For this shooting phase, we are going to concentrate on the Knight and his level of destruction. So, because I can't film everything, or else I will have the problem I had with last week's video, where it just won't download.
Just as a point of reference, I am playing the stratagem. It's 1 command point, Born in the Saddle. My biker unit gets to shoot and charge, even though it advanced.
So you're using that.
Oh.
So that means I get to roll for command point.
Oh.
I rolled a 6. I now have 5 command points. He's giving me command points, people. I like him.
Not
already.
on purpose.
I like him already. I have a use for you now. You're going to count my command points. I had 4. I now have 5. Because my Warlord has the Pure Titanium Neurochip. And unless I've missed an FAQ, if either of us roll a command point, I get, on a 6-up, I get it back. So that gives me 5 before my turn starts. So, who is the Knight going to shoot at?
I think I am going to dump...
Or if you want to shoot with somebody else first.
I'll go ahead and do the Knight since we're going to be filming that one.
Okay.
I pretty much know what he's going to do. Everything but the Heavy Flamer into the Hammerhead, and the Heavy Flamer into the building.
Into the building?
Yeah, because he can see this guy.
No. Okay.
So.
Alright, Heavy Flamer at the stealth suits and everything else at the Hammerhead.
Pretty much.
He doesn't like my Hammerheads, people. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like they've ever done anything to him like you like one-shot things or anything. Alright, the Knight is staring down that Hammerhead. He has decided that the Hammerhead must die.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully the Hammerhead will fulfill its purpose and be bait.
Alright, so...
So, what are you going to do to my poor Hammerhead?
I will start with the Avenger Heavy Gatling.
Alright.
Heavy 12.
Heavy 12.
Strength 6, -2, 2 damage each.
Ow! Don't like me. Wound counters.
Alright, so rolling for the Avenger. I'm not affected by movement for heavy weapons, so it's still hitting on 3.
Alright. Couple misses.
10 hits.
Alright. Strength?
Strength 6, so 5.
Yes.
Because they're still toughness 7.
Toughness 7.
Oh, yeah, 6, but
7.
okay. That's okay. That's still 4 at -2.
Those will be 5-up saves.
6 damage.
6 damage. Alrighty. Next.
Now the Imperial Night.
You will get your bonus because he is
A fly keyword.
1, 2.
And that's... He's the one guy I haven't been able to... Okay, 4 dice. This will be strength 7, so it'll be hitting on 3s. Or hitting on 2s, I guess.
Just +1 for flyers?
Yeah, add 1 to all hit rolls for flyers.
Yep,
Or
+1.
flying. Keyword. Alright, so 2 to hit, 4 to wound. They're strength 7.
Alright.
-1, 2 damage each.
Ouch.
Wow, okay, so 1 hit. Because he's normally up top, you know. But it is a wound. -2. Or -1, I mean.
That is not a save.
Okay, 2 more.
But I think that's everything, isn't it? No, stubborn.
Heavy stubborn. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s.
You've done some damage.
Everything hit. Looking for 5s to wound. Only 1. Jeez, that's a lot of 1s those last couple rolls.
Oop. That's the save.
Okay, no big.
Is that it?
And then the flamer into the building.
Alright.
Heavy flamer. Where are you at? Oh, there's 1d6. Okay. 5 shots or 5 auto hits. Strength 5, so 3.
Yes.
-1, so it'll negate the cover. All right, 3.
3 ups. 1 wound.
Okay, so 1 is wounded.
All right, that is going to conclude the storm surge, or the storm
night.
surge, the night's shooting phase. We will be back in a minute after the rest of this shooting phase, and we'll do a recap and show y'all what happened. Back in a moment. All right, so in the shooting phase, the bikers put a lot of shots into that hammerhead and did 4 wounds. A lot of stuff got thrown at that other hammerhead, and it did not make it, but it did not explode. So, and these guys up in here were shot at, but they did not get hit, and we lost 1 stealth suit out of this unit over here. Now, the Dreadnought is charging these guys right here, and the bikes are charging the hammerhead.
And my biker commander is going to charge your commander.
And the biker commander is charging the commander. Alrighty, so we're going to be firing Overwatch here in a moment, and he's going to learn what kind of nasty things happen when you charge Tau. So,
Yeah, especially Tau.
Especially Tau that have Tau Sept, and some of these things have
All kinds of goodies.
counterfire defense systems that allow them to reroll failed hit rolls on Overwatch. So, we'll be back in a second. Or, which Overwatch do you want to...
Let's do the bikes against the hammerhead. That's going to be like...
The bikes against the hammerhead. Those bikes are charging that hammerhead. That hammerhead is going to fire a... it's going to fire its cluster munitions. The fire warriors in the building are going to support for the greater good. Hammerhead's firing its cluster munitions, and the smart missiles are shooting, of course. Now, let's swing this camera around. Cluster munition is going to fire how many shots? 5. 5 shots. These will be hitting on 5s instead of 6s. Only 1.
Kind of worries me because you've been actually rolling a lot of 5s.
Alright, and this is strength 6, so it will need 3s to wound. It will wound at -1.
And that's against the Dreadnought? Or
Bikes.
bikes. That's right. Never mind. I'm going at -1, 4 to save.
Let me make sure.
Oh, nope. 1's wounded.
Is it a wound or is it dead? Just 1 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots off the missiles. Only 2. 4's to wound. 1, normal save.
Good.
Alright, and then I need... I think you're within 15 of the fire warriors. Measure turn second.
I'm 9 away.
8.
I'm 9 away from the hammerhead. 16 to the edge of the building.
Alright, so it's only 10 shots. 10 shots, hitting on 5. That is just a whole lot of no. They completely missed.
Okay.
Roll your charge, sir.
Alright, and I'm right at 9 inches away from the hammerhead, and I get +1 because of the white scar. So
You roll an 8. That's a 6.
command point. No. Yeah, command point. They're gonna get slaughtered if I just leave them there. Okay, they're there. They're in.
No. I gotta check and make sure if that was just a beta rule or not, but I don't think I get to roll for another command point this turn.
I know the beta rule is once per battle round.
Okay.
So,
Are we using betas?
yeah. Nah, we won't
Okay.
get betas this time around.
Don't get another command point. Alright, so you're in. We'll be back in a minute after the rest of the fight phase because we can't film too much. Alright, now, yeah, we'll be back in a minute after the rest of the fights and we'll see how this is going to go. Hopefully that hammerhead will still be standing in a minute. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, so in the charge phase, the Bicon captain failed the charge in on the commander in the building. The other bikes made their charge on the hammerhead, and one of them was wounded in Overwatch and did 1 wound to the hammerhead. And over there in that building, we lost 1 stealth suit. And did we wound the Dreadnought? No, he saved. So the Dreadnought saved.
I did take 1.
He took a wound and he killed a stealth suit in the building. So we're going to be back in a minute after tile movement phase, and we're going to see what Mr. Storm Surge over there can do to Mr. Knight. Hopefully it's not going to be a pretty picture. And we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so in the movement phase, the Cold Star Commander has jumped out behind the bike commander. The stealth suits all jump down to the lower level so they can all get a line of sight on those guys right there. This stealth suit, our Riptide, took the branched Nova reactor. He has his shield and his heavy burst cannon. Hammerhead fell back out of combat. These guys stayed put, but they called in their support turret. The Storm Surges staying put right there. He stayed put right there. And the stealth suits jumped up on the second floor of that building to shoot at that Dreadnought. So, shooting phase, we are going to have lots of shots. The first thing we have to do is our fire sight marksman has declared through Unity Devastation on that night. And he has to roll for his marker light on a 3-up. He got it with a 6. Now, the question is, I am going to spend a command point for uplinked marker lights. I'm going to go ahead and do this now. And we are going to get 3 marker lights on the Storm Surge, or on the Knight. Because it is 1 plus 3. I rolled a 2. But that is going to allow me, if I am right, to fire my missiles on a 4-up. My destroyer missiles on a 4-up instead of... Should probably waited a turn. But I want to get this over with. Make sure. Yes, he will be firing on the model's ballistic skill. So, I need to roll right quick to see if I get that point back. I do not. I am down to 3 command points. And we are going to start off with... You know what? We're going to put everything... We're going to put the driver cannon and the destroyer missiles into the Knight. And then we're going to put the cluster missiles and smart missiles into these bikes over here. Should probably just dump everything into the Knight, but hopefully this will work. So we're going to start off with 4 smart destroyer missiles hitting on 4s. Give me 4s, 5s, and 6s here, people. But we'll be... No, these are just... I guess I'd still get the reroll ones.
That's what the marker light.
Yeah. 1 marker light's reroll 1, so...
Unless the destroyer's missile says there's no rerolls.
I'll have to look and see. Let me look and see. I don't think it specifically states. No, it just says it hits regardless of a 6. So I guess the reroll 1s would work. That's a good question. Let us answer that comment. Alright, so you're going to take 9 mortal wounds from the missiles. 3 hit. Is it D3 or 3? Oh, wait, it's D3. Hold on. 3, 4, 5. 5 mortal wounds. I thought it was 3 straight, but it's 5. D3. All right, D6 for the driver cannon. 1. We're going to command point it. I need more shots than that to hit. 5. Do I get the command point back? I do not.
Down to 2.
Huh?
Down to 2.
Down to 2. All right, hitting on 4s. Three hits. Strength 10. 3. 2 wounds at minus 1 at minus 4 and 1 at minus 3.
5 up and roll. That's fine.
Yeah, I know.
One's missed. Or one's good. The other one.
6 damage.
Okay.
All right, 4d6 on the cluster missiles. 10, 16, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 16, hitting on 4s. No rerolls for these. Ouch. Wounding on 4s. 3 at minus 1.
Alright, 4 up. Ouch.
So,
1 dead, 1 wounded.
And then smart missiles, 4s. Ow.
All hit, okay.
And 4s. 2 at minus 1.
Is that it?
ATS minus 1.
Toughness 5?
Yeah. Strength 5.
I thought
Smart missiles and the other missiles are strength 5.
that's right, it just keeps messing me up with the AP. Alright, so 2 are dead total.
2 dead total. All right, that's going to finish up Storm Surge. We will be back in a minute to show after I finish shooting with everything else and see what lives and what dies. So we will be back in a second. Okay, so the captain fired on the captain, or the commander fired on the captain, and the captain saved with 4 pinfall. The stealth suits up at the building, can't see them, fired on the Terminators, and they all saved. The knight is down to 7 wounds. Couldn't quite pull it off, but we put a world of hurt on that bike squad right there.
Yeah, he's not.
And the Predator took 5 wounds over there, and the Dreadnought over there in the building took 1.
Yeah.
So
He's at a total. He's at 6.
he took 5. 5 off the railgun.
Which means he's at 6.
Okay. He's got 6 left over there?
Yeah.
Darn.
Got 11
Okay. So that's going to end Tau turn 1, and we will be back in a moment after movement for White Scars turn 2. So for the movement phase, the Assault Marines and the Librarian have jumped in to try and do what the bikers could not. The bikers have reversed direction and decided to go pick on the commander. The Terminators all kind of shuffled around to make sure they got line of sight. The Predator moved up. The Knight moved up. And over here in the building, where this little tie is going up, the Dreadnought moved back to make sure he had line of sight. Good line of sight on those stealth suits. So, we are now going into the shooting phase. Who would you like to show, sir, for your shooting phase?
Alright, Flamers in range.
Who would you like to show for your shooting phase? Anybody you like. Oh, Psychic phase.
Yeah, Psyker Phase. I got him on the field now.
Psyker is on the field. What is he going to do?
I'm going to start with Smite.
On the Marines? Or the Fire Warriors, they're the closest unit.
Smite and then Psychic Scourge.
He is really going to try and...
I'm trying to at least eliminate 20 shots here.
No.
Get him down to like 10, hopefully. Alright, first the Smite. I did make it. D3, 2 mortal wounds.
Alright, 2 are dead.
And Psychic Scourge, did not make it. Okay. So.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Alright, so, shooting phase, sir. Who would you like to shoot with?
Let's show the Knight again, see if he can do anything.
Let's see if the Knight can pull something off. Who is he going to shoot at, sir?
Especially since he's really hurt.
He is really, really hurt.
Alright, Flamers into the stealth suit.
There's smoke billowing from that carapace.
Heavy Stubber into those Fire Warriors.
Why are you picking on my Fire Warriors?
And then the... Well, heck, let's just go all the way, go everywhere all the way around. Icarus into the Hammerhead. Okay. Flamers into the Stealth Suits. Heavy Stubber into the Fire Warriors. And the Avenger into the Storm Surge.
Okay. He is being diverse in his firepower, people. So, what...
Right. First the Heavy Flamer, Heavy D6 onto the Stealth Suit. 2 hits. 1 wound. -1, I believe.
That is safe.
Okay. The Icarus onto the Hammerhead. +1 because of fly, so it goes back down to the base. Back to 3s. Ouch.
Oh!
That was not good, but hey, it's strength 7, so.
Force.
That is a wound at -1.
That is not a save. He has taken a wound.
And I can't remember if it's 1 or...
He is now at 6.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was 1 or D3 damage.
Alright, it's just 1, isn't it?
I'll check it here in a minute.
Okay.
We
know he's been hit.
Yeah. Let's see, Flamer, that. Heavy Stubber into the Fire Warriors. Heavy 3. Ouch. Never mind. He just missed.
Those are the Fire Warriors of Doom. They cannot be hit.
Apparently. Alright, Avenger into the Storm Surge.
Take how much Storm Surge for?
Because he's been... You did a whole bunch to him. It's time to return fire. Alright, hitting on 4s.
Not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. 8 hits.
Wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s would be -2, 2 damage each. 3 and -2.
Those will be 4 up impulse.
Okay. Alright, he takes 6 damage.
Well, that was brutal and painful, people. Alright, he has taken 6. Right off the bat. I'm not having a whole lot of... Oh, and I did not say this, though. That he did drop his anchor, so he's not running around anywhere. But I believe that finished your night?
Yeah, I'm just looking at that Twin Icarus to see if it was
Okay.
a 1
We're going to
damage
check that damage, and then we will be back at the end of the shooting phase to see...
2 damage flat.
2 damage flat. Alright, he is at 7 wounds. And we will be back in a moment to finish out this shooting phase and see who's left standing. Back in a minute. Alright, so in the shooting phase, both of the bikes fired into the commander. He did a whole lot of saving and took 1 wound. We lost 6 fire warriors. Ooh, dark, can't see them. 6 fire warriors for the combined psychic and shooting phase of those guys right there. The hammerhead took a wound from something.
The Icarus.
The Icarus off of the Knight, yes. That storm, that Riptide's fine. That Riptide. He took 15 wounds, all from that little guy back there.
Little Predator's earned his weight this
time. The
time.
Predator did some good. The Predator is going to have to die.
Yeah, I see that coming.
Those fire warriors all saved. These guys took a wound up in here, and that ends shooting phase. Charges, if any.
Charges: biker and commander against your commander.
Okay.
I'm at 11. I don't want to charge him.
Knight's not.
I kind of want to, but
Knight's not going to charge. Okay, so.
But my assault marines into the building.
Into the building. Alrighty.
Actually, I can't really assault from here, can I?
No, you
Once I get down to the level, I'd have to
land on that top level, and there's no place for you to land up there.
All right, then he can't charge.
All right.
But then them two into your commander then. And that'll have to be it.
Okay, so we're gonna film this. It's only gonna be it's gonna be a fast charge. So those two guys are charging the commander.
Biker.
Who's charging first?
Biker.
Biker hitting on 5s. Nothing. Because he's just gonna whip it like that.
He did.
He is in.
And so is the commander.
So is the commander. Okay, so that is done. All right, might as well film this. Let's keep going.
Okay. Biker. He's just a plasma guy, so he just got 2 attacks. Hitting on 3s, wounding on what, 5s? Yeah, he toughness 5, so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so wounding on 3s, 1 hit. Reroll 1 because of the captain. Alright, both hit. 1 wound.
Mod?
No.
3 up. He took another wound.
Alright, and commander. I can't remember if he had 4 base or 5 base. I think he has a 4 base, which means he has 5 total. Because he's also got just a chainsaw. Yeah, 4 attacks, so he's got 5 total. Chainsaw. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s. Everything hit. Come on, 5s. 2. No mods, so.
Oh, another one.
Alright, so.
3 left.
Got some progress. Made some progress.
Mm-hmm.
Not too upset.
All right, so we have 4 attacks back. We're actually going to put this in just the standard bike.
Alright, my biker.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay.
Strength 5, so wounding on 4s. 2 wounds.
Alright, no mod.
No mod.
Both made it.
All right. That's going to end the fight phase. And we will be back in a minute after Tau movement phase.
Alright.
Okay, so in the movement phase, the commander fell back out of combat. He's going to try and shoot that captain on bike again. The stealth suits held their position over here inside the building over there. The fire warriors that are left are still sitting up here in the building. So they're going to try and get some shots into those guys right there. Hammerhead stayed still. He wants to put a couple shots into that predator, hopefully. Storm Surges is still anchored down. He is on, anchor down is going to save me. He's still going to be hitting on 5s. The Warlord has chosen, he's going to pick on the Knight again for Unity through Unity Devastation. That Riptide has taken his shield. That Riptide has taken the branched reactor. He has his shield and his gun. Those stealth suits in there have stayed where they're at. And we're now going into the shooting phase. For the shooting phase, the Knight, or the Storm Surge, is putting his driver cannon into the Knight. His cluster missiles into these guys right here. And I'll have to measure the distance. I don't think he's going to make it. I don't know where he can put his smart missiles. We're going to have to see here 1 second. See how far out he can go with those smart missiles at 30 inches.
I think it's the Knight, the red Knight.
And then, so he's going to put his missiles into these assault marines. Yeah, or actually, yeah, he's going to put the smart missiles into the assault marines. He is going to put the cluster missiles. I wish I could do this different, but I really can't. He's going to go for the cluster missiles into the Predator. Just lots of missiles raining down on that thing's head. Driver cannon into the Knight, smart missiles into the assault marines over there. So, let's roll some dice.
Cluster missiles have a 48?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
They're longer than the
Okay. That's fine.
Alrighty, we have D6 shots off the driver cannon. Oh, one again. in the command point. Down to, go to 2 to 1. Re-roll that. 5. Okay, do I get my command point back? No. Down to 2, or down to 1. Because I was at 3, I spent 1 for branch reactors, didn't get that back, just spent that one. 5 shots, hitting on 5. 2.
How much damage? D16?
Damn, I didn't shoot the marker light off first. Could have re-rolled that one. Alright. Strength 10, so 3. 1 at minus 3. Darn it.
5 up and roll. Come on. Good. He saved.
I was hoping to do that a little different. 10, 14 missiles. 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. 14 missiles hitting on 5. Enough.
5.
Wounding on 3s.
5. Okay.
5 at minus 1.
Okay. 2.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that was going that way. I don't know what I was thinking.
Alright, then the 4. Smart missiles and assault marines.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how many 5s I had in that roll. For some stupid reason, I thought those were going over there. So, let me re-roll that.
Why? What?
I messed it up. I pulled 3s and 4s for wounds on a strength 5 missile into your tank. I only needed strength 5s.
Okay. Well,
So that was 14.
you had 5 hits.
5 hit.
Yeah.
Let me re-roll the wounds on that because I don't remember what it was. For some silly reason, I thought I was going 2 or 3 at minus 1.
Okay. Which?
I think was just rolled a minute ago.
Nah. Actually, all good.
All right.
So I stay at 10.
I messed up on that for my own mental. For some reason, I thought I was shooting over there and I pulled too many dice.
Okay.
All right, now these are the smart missiles.
Not bad. 4 hits.
4 hits.
These are 3 hits.
3's to it.
3.
3 at minus 1.
Okay. Oh, 3 dead. Wow.
3 dead. All right, and that finishes the storm surge. So we will be back in a minute after I finish probably messing up my shooting phase. And we'll be back in a second to see what I can get killed. Okay, so in the shooting phase, the commander and the captain continue to shoot at each other and continue to not die. So that is just bad. There's a big chunk of missing of the assault marines right there. The knight is gone from the battlefield. He went boom boom. The predator has 3 wounds. 3 wounds left.
3 wounds.
He's down to 3 wounds. He took a pounding from that hammerhead. He hit him for 6 damage and 1 mortal wound because he rolled a 6 to wound. And that, we did absolutely nothing to the dreadnought inside the building over there. So that is going to end Tau turn 2. We are now going into turn 3, and per the card, we have to have a roll off.
Oh.
Winner of the roll off is the one that rolls to see who. Yeah.
We'll start the 3rd battle.
No, roll off. At the start of the 3rd battle round, the players roll off. The winner rolls the dice, places an objective marker. So you get to roll off where it's going to go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, see, when I'm reading, it's like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Over there.
Okay. It's right there in the middle of the street.
Move the street.
Yeah, because it's the middle of the quadrant. Or, oh yeah, number 4. It'd be about where that sewer yeah.
Be about right here.
Be 18 inches. So right there where the end of your tape measure is.
Well, it's the whole lower panel.
Yeah, but it's halfway in. Because it's right in the center of the quadrant.
Well, I mean, if it's this whole center to corner to corner to corner, it'd be right here.
It's only half of this one, so halfway in would be.
Oh.
Here.
Okay.
Could be 18 inches of that.
So basically it's right there.
Yeah, it's right here at the.
Alright, I had one out somewhere. I don't know what it did with it.
We'll throw it out right there.
Alright, we're fighting for the beer again.
Yep.
I'll have to figure out what it did with that. Okay, so the Comet has landed, and the Comet has landed right there. The Comet looks like a bunch of beer kegs. We're not going to comment about that, but okay, the Comet looks like beer kegs. So everybody is now coming this way. Let the slaughter of 3 rounds begin. Alright, we'll be back in a minute after the movement phase and for white scars. And we'll see who is going to hold on to the beer kegs. Alright, so in the movement phase, the other biker kind of swung around to get closer to the commander than his compadre there. For some reason, all of these guys just deep struck in right around that objective. I don't know why, but they did. And that is about it. The Predator stayed still because he is severely degraded. The Terminators in the building stayed still, and the Dreadnought over there stayed still. So going into the shooting phase...
Going into the Psyker phase, Librarian moved up right next to the building, and my Assault Marine moved inside.
Oh. Yes, he did. I missed him over there.
Yeah.
So, Psyker phase.
Psyker phase. We'll be smiting those 4 inside, and then I'm going to cast Might of Heroes on himself.
It's a good idea.
Alright, so first to smite, I only need a 4.
Why do you only need a 4?
It's got Mantle of the Storm Seer. I got +1 to smite. So that is an 8. That is good. Too bad I didn't roll a 10. Then it would have counted as 11.
If you'd rolled an 11, it would have counted as a 12. You'd have blown your brains
Nope.
out.
Only double 6s and double 1s. Or perils. Doesn't say just 12. I believe it says double 6s and double 1s.
I think you can actually buff yourself.
Alright, but three mortal wounds.
Okay, so 1 more left.
And then Might of Heroes? No. I think it was a 6. So.
Alright.
He didn't get +1 on that.
So for the shooting phase, the Predator is going to unload on the Storm Surge.
Alright. Predator autocannon. 6 shots. Hitting on 5s. Because he's degraded.
He is
all
degraded.
the way.
All the way.
But that's not bad. That's still 2 hits.
2 hits.
Wounding on 4s, because it's strength 7.
Alright.
Both wound at -1.
4 up saves. Oh, 1 didn't make it. Dang it. Okay, 1 goes through.
Alright, 3 damage.
He's got 2 left.
Yeah, but 2 last cannons.
Yep.
1 hit. 3 to wound. And did not wound. Okay, well.
So, the Storm Surge is going to possibly live. Alright, we're going to be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting. And we will see how this goes. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so at the end of the shooting phase, the commander there has 2 wounds left. This Fire Warrior is getting the nomination for the next Cadre Fireblade. Because he survived and rolled 3 saves and lived. The Hammerhead is down to 1 wound. The Storm Surge is down to 1 wound. The Riptides have still not been touched. They've done more damage to themselves than anybody else. And the Fire Warriors over there are perfectly fine. And the Stealth Suits over there lived, and the Stealth Suits up inside the building lived. So we're now going into Tau turn 3. Tau turn 3. Oh, you can charge?
Of course.
Okay, who's charging?
Biker and Commander into your Commander.
Of course.
Assault Marine into your tank.
Okay.
And Librarian into the Fire Warrior.
Librarian into the Fire Warrior. Okay, the Fire Warrior can't see him, so your Librarian can just roll his charge. But remember, you have to count vertical distance and horizontal distance.
That's getting stupid. I thought we weren't using the beta rules.
That's not a beta rule.
That's just stupid.
That's a straight rule.
Alright.
The fly movement key has been removed. I don't actually... Yeah, has been removed from... to ignore terrain from... and move characters have been removed from the charge phase. It only works in the movement phase.
So I need 5 plus 4. Yeah. And I get a +1 for white scars, so I need an 8.
You need an 8-inch charge. That is an interesting rule. I have been told that just really, really, really messed up Captain Slam. I'm not quite sure how.
Not just Captain Slam. I mean, that means every flyer, it doesn't matter. I might as well just go in with a regular Marine.
Didn't make it. But I couldn't shoot you in Overwatch, so.
Alright. Tank against the spotlight.
The tank, can he even see you? Yes, he can off the back end of the tank. So, alright. Just for giggles and grins, he's going to go with the big gun. If he kills her, he's going to kill him in style. Okay, didn't do it.
That's 6, right? Two.
Nothing! Does he make it? Oh yeah, he made it in with spades.
He can at least do that.
Alright, anybody? Oh, and you said
Biker.
Those two, the bikers.
Yeah.
Alright, Commander. Which one first?
Biker.
Nope. It's a whole lot of nope sauce.
Yeah. My captain's also good.
Okay, we'll be back in a minute after the fight phase, and we'll see if the commander lives and the tank lives. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, so no wounds to the commander. He saved everything. And no wounds over there to the hammerhead. He saved everything. So we are now going into Tau turn 4. And
Tau turn 3, because Comet just came down.
Comet came down last turn. Yeah, it did.
We haven't gone a whole turn yet.
Have we not gone?
This
Okay.
is the turn that we've done it. So it's
Okay.
turn 3.
I may have said Tau turn 3 a minute ago. Or maybe I said White Scar turn 3. Okay, so we're going into Tau turn 3, and hopefully the Tau are going to make all of that disappear. Because, you know, that can happen. And we did have a question, though. With the change to the fly keyword only being in the movement phase, could that librarian even charge that fire warrior up there on that building? Or, would he have to just count, he has the jump pack, would he just have to count the up and the across instead of just distance to distance? I don't know how that works. So, if you can answer that question, let us know. Because this is kind of a weird one, and we're still trying to figure that one out. So, we'll be back in a minute after the Tau movement phase. And we're going to see if lots of shots can clear that out. Cross your fingers. Back in a minute. Alright, so in the movement phase, the commander has jumped around behind the captain again. He's trying to get him. He ain't doing much good. That fire warrior stayed put. The hammerhead has... Oh, come on. Brighten up. There we go. The hammerhead has fallen out of combat, so he can move up. The fire warriors and the firesight marksman have moved around the corner. The firesight marksman is declaring through unity devastation on the terminators over here. And Storm Surge stayed put, dropped his anchors still, so he's still hitting on 5s, but he's got 1 wound left. And the Riptides have moved over this way. I don't think the Storm Surge is going to be as great a fire volley as he was last time. So we're going to concentrate on what these Riptides are about to do, especially the one in the building. Instead of taking their shields, they've put everything into their guns this turn. We're throwing out lots of shots, and we're going to hope to decimate that little squad of guys, right? Those 2 squads of guys right there. So the one in the building is putting all of his... burst cannon into that squad of Terminators, and he's putting his smart missiles into those Terminators over there inside that building right there. So, let's get ready to shoot. Alright, now the first thing we're going to do is the firesight marksman is going to fire his marker light onto... he's going to go for the Terminator squad. He'll be hitting on 4s because he moved. He did not make it. So, no reroll 1s. 18 shots, hitting on 4s into Terminators.
Like there's no reroll ones.
I'm throwing stuff on the floor here. All right, hits. Wounding on 3s. 5 at -2. 2 damage each.
4 up. Okay, 2 are dead.
Just 2.
6, 6, 6, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3,
So
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. -1, no cover.
okay, 3 up. Oh, 1 wounded.
1 wounded. All right.
No, the other one was wounded and he died.
All right.
So this one's a fresh wound.
I think I had 2 extra dice in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, no, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 18 shots into the... So one of the Terminators died?
2.
2 of the Terminators died. 18 shots into the Assault Marines. And we'll put those smart missiles into the Terminators over here. Again.
Assault Marines. There's only one behind.
Or, I mean, these guys.
Inceptors.
Inceptors.
Okay. There's a big difference there.
Yeah.
There's only one of them. One Assault Marine. That's still more hits than I'm happy with.
Especially when they're 2 damage apiece.
Yeah.
They're Marine chewers. 3 swab. 5 at -2.
Okay, 5 up.
3
Right,
dead.
3.
That's not bad. Eight missiles. Hitting on 4s. 4 hit. 3 wound. -1.
Was these others?
That's into these guys, those guys over there. No cover. So 3 ups. Maybe I can kill 1.
4 of them. Good.
Ugh.
He remains wounded.
Yep,
But alive.
he remains wounded but alive. All right, we'll be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase, and we'll see what happens. All right, in the shooting phase, the captain has finally died on bike. The commander is victorious. All right, we took a big chunk out of these guys over here. We did not kill the Predator. He has 1 wound left. Oh, wait a minute, I haven't fired the stealth suits. I forgot about them.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to fire my stealth suits.
2 here and 4.
Yeah. Storm Surge, he actually did manage to hit the Predator, but he only did 1 wound. He has 2 left. Storm Surge has 1 left. I think they're going to trade shots again next turn. I'm going to take a guess. Probably right. So, we are now... Might as well film this, because, you know, I forgot to do this a minute ago. 4, 4, 4, and 4. No, I doubt they have range either. So they're going to go with the guys inside the building across from them. Hitting on 4s.
Not too bad, but that's still a lot of
Wounding on 3s. Oh. Just realized I am not pointed in the right direction. Ow! 1 at -1.
All right,
That was a
so
whole lot of nope sauce.
regular save, basically. As long as I don't roll a 1. I'm good. Barely. It's a cover that saved you.
And the 2 in the building over there.
I'm ready.
2 wounds, -1.
I just meant I haven't been using it so far. Does he actually get a cover save?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically 3 up.
3 up.
Good.
All right, that's going to end the Tau turn 3. We'll be back in a minute after Marine's movement for turn 4 and see where this is going to go. All right, for the Boobie Phase, that bike turned around. He is trying to avenge his sergeant, his captain. He says, "You killed my captain, I will kill you." The Terminators and the Inceptors kind of moved around over there. The Librarian has jumped up on top of the building. I have a feeling that that Fire Warrior is not going to make it to Cadre. Those stealth suits or those guys over there stayed still. The Dreadnought stayed still over there, and the Predator did not move. Psychic Phase, sir.
All right. Psychic Scourge on the Hammerhead.
Ooh. Here he goes.
That made it.
Okay.
Leadership. I've got a 13 total. If you got an 8, we tied.
I think they're a 7, but I could be wrong. They are an 8.
Okay, 1 mortal wound.
1 mortal wound. He is dead.
Okay.
Does he blow up?
Yeah, he could hurt me and a whole lot of others.
He does not. I cannot command point it.
Okay.
All right.
And Might of Heroes on himself.
Okay.
That made it.
Okay. He is Might of Hero. The tank is dead. Who would you like to show in your shooting phase, sir?
Let's go with that Predator versus
The Predator is shooting.
the Stormbolter against the Stealth Suits.
Okay.
The Las Cannons against the Storm Surge, and the Auto Cannon against the Riptide.
Okay.
So, this time I remembered to declare everything where I wanted it to go.
All right. We have declared. Let the attempted slaughter begin.
I'm just outside of 12 inches, so I only got 2 shots against the Stealth Suits, so I'll do that real quick. Smallest number of dice. 1 hit. No. -1, no hits. Okay.
Oh, I think one of those guys is dead.
You've got 2, and I think that's all I killed.
I don't think one of those guys is dead. I could be wrong.
2 las cannons on the Storm Surge, hitting on 5s.
Nope.
1 hit. 1 hit. It is a wound at -3.
That is not a save.
Ooh, I just want to see. Oh, only 2 damage, but it's still, you only had 1, so.
Yeah. Yeah, only had 1. Does he blow up?
He
does.
is spectacular.
But there's nobody within 6 inches.
Yeah, but the Fire Warriors are nice and warm on their backside.
I think it's 6 inches. Let me make sure. Yeah, just 6 inches.
Riptide
So-
is glad, so I'm glad that's my shield side.
Yeah. Let me
Alright.
make sure.
Yeah, the Fire Warriors are out, and yeah, they're out. They're about 8, I guess. 7.5.
He is not. He is inside 6.
Oh, wow.
A half an inch.
Okay. Well, sorry to hear that.
He's dead.
Ouch.
He got bowed up. My Firesight Marksman, my Warlord, is dead. Killed by the Storm Surge's explosion. He was half an inch too close.
The Predator indirectly has avenged the Captain.
Yes. Alrighty.
Predator autocannon into the Riptide.
Alright.
5 shots. Hitting on 5s. Wounding on 4s. 2 hits. 1 wound at -1.
-1, so we'll take the 3 up armor.
It's in the guns. So it's a 4 up involvement. Oh, you got 2 up base armor. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I forgot.
Saved. Oh!
No.
Alright, we'll be back in a minute after the Assault Marines and all that other fun stuff get their shooting done, or the Terminators and all that, and see how this turns out. Alright, so the commander is finally dead. The biker managed to finally finish him off. Most of those Fire Warriors have been wiped out. I don't think the Riptides, they saved everything, shot at them. And the stealth suits lost one guy finally, and one guy's wounded. He saved. He's still in that runner-up for cadre. So charges, that librarian is charging my fire warrior up there. He gets to roll his overwatch. Nothing.
Definitely made it.
Definitely made it. And then you're going to charge the other two.
Scepter's on the other. Yeah.
One.
Ouch. Okay.
Wounds.
No mod?
No more.
Oh, he's wounded. Okay.
He's wounded.
They made it.
They made it. Okay, so that's going to be brutal, and we kind of know how that fight's going to end. So we'll be back in a minute after the fight phase, and yeah, this is going to be ugly. All right, so the combat phase kind of went as predicted. The Tau were slaughtered. So we are now going into Tau movement for turn 4, and we'll see what we can do here, because we're down to 2 Riptides and some stealth suits here. So we'll see how this goes. Back in a minute. Alright, so for the movement phase, that Riptide has jumped off over there. And that Riptide has jumped to right there. And the Marines are still hiding up in the building. The stealth suits are hiding up in the building, and those 2 stealth suits are still off over there. So, for the shooting phase, for their Nova reactors, they both took their shields. Oddly enough, they only have 4 wounds because they've only wounded themselves. They haven't taken any wounds yet. I was thinking about going to the guns, but that guy's still sitting over there, and he's getting really lucky on his shots. So we're going to try this with just the burst cannons, with just the normal burst cannon rounds. That Riptide is going to put his burst cannons into the assault marines and his missiles into the Terminators, and see how this goes. Hopefully he doesn't just like shoot over there and kill us on the next turn. He's hitting on 5s, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, so hitting on 4s, 12 shots into your assault marines, or interceptors. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds at -2.
Alright, 5 up. Each fails the kill. Oh. One's alive. Only one.
Threes. 3 at -1.
On the Termi?
On the turnies.
Good.
Alright, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. So there's 1 Inceptor left?
Yeah.
Damn.
We didn't pull them off. That's simple.
Alright, let me think how I'm going to do this with this other Riptide. Ain't got a choice.
What do you think? I'm going to get my another drink.
Alright, so the other Riptide is going to put his burst cannon into the Terminators and his missiles into the Inceptors.
Okay.
12 shots, hitting on 4s.
Miss them all.
You only wish.
Yeah, I do kind of wish. How bad?
3 at -2.
3 of them. So Terminators have 4 up.
2. They're dead.
Yeah, there's one. Okay.
forced to wound on the missiles. 1 at -1.
Alright. He's wounded.
Ah.
Poor Termies. That's okay. They gave pretty good though.
Yeah. Guys in the building are going to continue their slugfest with the guys across the building.
Okay.
They're mad.
I guess. 7.
7 saves. Yeah, cover will negate my -1.
Alright. 2 up. Okay. This guy's dead.
Alright, and that's going to complete Tau turn 4. We'll be going into Marine turn 5.
Is it random? Or is it 5? Oh, yeah, it is 5 rounds automatically.
5 rounds automatic.
Okay. He's now moving.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Over there.
Oh.
My stealth suits are kind of mad this turn.
Yeah.
2 at -1.
Okay, 3 up. Ooh, took one. Alright, we did that 5 now.
Alright, that is it. We will be back in a moment after Marine's movement for turn 5. This is the final round. Okay, so for White Scar's movement, they all kind of ran this way. Those Terminators stayed in that building right there. The Predator has not moved, and the Dreadnought has decided to stay over there picking his fight with those stealth suits that he's been fighting all game. So, sir, shooting phase. Excuse me.
Psyker Phase.
Oh, Psyker phase, excuse me.
Smite and Psychic Scourge on the Riptide.
Okay.
First Smite, looking for 4 on the dice, or 10 on the dice and give him a full d6. Okay, well, it's an 8 total, so 3. 3.
Okay. So 4, he's at 7 wounds.
And Psychic Scourge, the value of 6. Ouch, no. Alright, so Psychic Scourge didn't work.
Okay.
What's it leaving with 7?
He has 7 left, yes.
Oh, pretty bad. But that's fine. Alright, shooting phase. Let me start with that Predator on the Riptide.
The one in the building?
No, that one. I
That
still
one,
got line of sight to him.
Okay.
So, I'll go with the 2 las cannons first. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Wounding on 3. Wound, -3. So,
Saved.
okay.
Hurry up, invul.
Autocannon. 3 shots. I'm gonna try. 1 hit. Wound, -1.
Saved.
Okay.
Armor or invul, we are good. Alright, we'll be back in a minute to see what all the rest of the attacks are going to do. Because I got a feeling they're all going on that Riptide right there.
Very possible.
Okay, in the shooting phase, that Riptide is down to 5 wounds. They put lots of shots into him. I didn't take him out there, but we got 1 stealth suit left inside the building. And those guys have lived the whole game. They are still alive. And nobody shot at him. So, charges. All 3 of those guys are charging that Riptide.
Start with the biker.
I don't know why they're charging that Riptide. That's a bad idea. That Riptide is not a hack camper. They've been shooting at him. So he's going to be...
Actually, you know what? Just the biker. The Scepter and Librarian can stay out.
Why?
Oh.
3 hits with the burst cannon. 2 wounds with the burst cannon. -2.
5 up.
You're going to make it.
No.
He
Biker is dead. Never mind.
He is pasted on top of pasted. Long, poor biker. And you said the other 2 are going to stay out.
Yeah, they're just
So that is going to end his turn. It is now going into Tau turn 5.
Yep.
The bugles are playing. I think this is going to be brutal. So we will be back in a moment for Tau turn 5 movement. Alright, for the movement phase, that Riptide stayed still. That Riptide jumped over there. That Stealth Suit jumped out of the building and to come say hi over this way. Riptides are both taking their burst cannons for their choice of Nova Reactor this turn. So he is going to have 4 wounds left, which I believe puts him 1 above his final degrade. So he's still going to be hitting on 5s. But he's going to do the job. So is he. They're going to knock both those 2 guys out. And we're going to win this game. Let's cross our fingers. So, we're going to start with the Stealth Suit on the Inceptor. Over there. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Wounding on 4s. He does wound at -1.
On the Inceptor?
On the Inceptor.
He's wounded.
He is wounded. Wounded.
Or was he already wounded?
I don't remember. It's good. It's all good. Dang it. I cannot. I want to do this the right way, but I have to kill those guys. So. And I should have moved him around this way to get on the librarian. But that's okay.
But the biker was there.
He still could have moved there.
Well, no. I had already.
Biker died in Overwatch.
That's right.
Because if I do this wrong, why not? Okay, we're putting the burst cannon into the Inceptor and the missiles into the tank. So
That Inceptor's having a bad day.
I have to do it that way because if I don't kill that Inceptor, I can't shoot the librarian. But I still want to try and take out that tank. So hitting on 5. Ugh! 4 hits out of 18.
Okay with that. Don't think that Inceptor's probably dead though.
3 wounds at -2.
Yeah. Seems like we did. 5 up. And this is... You've only shot the 1 Riptide right now, right?
Yeah, the first
And the
one.
Stealth 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
Pasted.
Yep.
Alright, missiles. Hitting on 5s.
2.
3.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the
And
4 that
5s to wound. Nothing. Okay, it was a try. I wanted to pop that tank, but it didn't happen. Okay. Everything off the last Riptide into the librarian.
Yeah.
$18 burst cannon shot. And this one is hitting on 4s.
Okay.
Damn.
Just 2.
Just 2 at -2.
He can survive if I save at least 1. No, he's dead.
He's dead. Okay. No worry about the rest of the missiles. That is going to give me the objective.
Is he within 3 inches of the center?
He should be. Yep.
Yeah, because it would be right there at that point.
Yep.
Son of a bitch. Alright.
Just barely, just by a smidgen. And the Tau will take the game. with a last-minute burst cannon to a librarian's face.
I could have just at least saved one.
Well, he still had the 8 missiles.
I was less worried about the missiles.
He was less worried about the missiles. That was the game. I hope everybody likes it. Show the aftermath. Just 2 Riptides standing there. That Predator will get the MVP of the game. He withstood almost everything thrown at him. Yeah. And he did lots of damage.
And with Riptides and a Storm Surge throwing stuff at him, yeah, that was, and the Hammerhead is what really hurt him.
Yeah.
The Hammerhead doing max damage with mortal wound.
Yep, that was bad. But I mean, he hung in till the end. I tried to pop him, but I didn't do it. Actually, though, I honestly also want to give MVP. Those 2 stealth suit team sitting the entire game, 5 rounds against a Dreadnought, and did not die. And the other one.
My Dreadnought gets the MDP. Most disappointing.
These guys right here, they spent 4 rounds slugging it out between this building, and there was 1 stealth suit left, and how many? 3 Terminators left at the end of the game. That was pretty good.
It was basically a block war.
It was a block war. We had a block war going on right here. Tau in this building, Marines in that building, and the Tau finally backed out to try and take the objective at the end. So I hope everybody liked this video. I'll try and have it up tomorrow. And it was a good game. It was fought to the left, fought to the end.
Came down to 1 die. Disappointed me.
Well, then we would have tied.
Because I only had the Librarian. You had 1 Riptide in there.
Yeah, so it would have been a draw.
And neither one of us were troops.
So we would have probably added up kill points. And I don't know.
I don't know. That's pretty brutal.
Yeah. So, anyway. Hope y'all liked the video. We'll try and have another one out next week. And we'll see y'all then.